Now we move on to the question answers. On page number 95. The first question that is put to us is, why is diffusion insufficient to meet oxygen requirements of the multicellular organisms like human beings? So in human beings, we have specific organs and organ systems like lungs. So we have a specific respiratory system for gaseous exchange. Whereas in single-celled organisms like amoeba, everything takes place via exocytosis and endocytosis. So endocytosis is something moving inside the cell into the cytoplasm, and exocytosis is the system of excretion, or it is expelling out the waste material into the environment. And it all occurs through simple diffusion system because it is a single celled organism. It's in direct contact with the external environment through its plasma membrane. So no specific organs for taking in food and exchange of gases or removal of waste, because the entire surface of the organism is in contact with the environment. Whereas in the case of multicellular organisms, all the cells are not in direct contact. So simple diffusion will not be sufficient for a multicellular organisms to take in oxygen by simple diffusion. So next question, second question is, what criteria do we use to decide whether something is alive? So these are the various criteria. What is movement? Movement is from place to place. When an organism moves, it is called movement. So sometimes in plants, the movement is not so very visible. Yet it does have a process called phototropism. What is phototropism? Is movement of the plants or the branches, leaves, parts of the plant towards the sunlight. Okay. The shoot system tends to exhibit phototropism. The shoot system of the plants tend to move towards sunlight. And what is geotropism? The root system tends to move towards the ground. And there are some other processes like a heliotropism exhibited by plants like sunflower. So sunflower tends to move itself towards sunlight. So in the morning it will be facing the sun in the east. Slowly it will be moving and facing the sun's direction, and in the evening it will be facing the west. So this is called heliotropism. So plants also tend to show some apparent movements at times, even though it is not moving from place to place. So next one is the respiration, as we already saw in the previous video. It has two parts. One is the gaseous exchange. So the gaseous exchange takes place in the lungs. So what we do is, through the nostrils we breathe in and breathe out the air, and the ultimate gaseous exchange takes place in the capillaries that surround the alveoli, taking hemoglobin as the respiratory pigment. Also, respiration also involves cellular respiration at the mitochondria level. So at the cellular respiration, our body tends to extract energy from the digested food materials in the form of ATPs. So that is how respiration occurs. Sensitivity. All living organisms tend to show sensitivity to heat, light, touch, etc. So growth. Plants tend to grow throughout their life. Animals stop growth at a certain level of age. So reproduction. All living organisms produce young ones of their own kind. So young ones of one kind is called reproduction. There may be different methodologies in that. Sexual reproduction is sexual reproduction. But they tend to produce their own kind. It's called reproduction. Excretion. The metabolic waste that are produced in the body are eliminated from the body. So, elimination of metabolic waste from the body is called excretion. So, carbon dioxide, by breathing out we eliminate. Urea, in some organisms it is uric acid. So, it is also eliminated by sweating. So, sweating is a process of excretion of waste materials or metabolic waste, and the major excretory system that functions in our body, human body, is the kidneys. The pair of kidneys eliminate the nitrogenous waste materials that are produced as a result of various metabolic processes in the body. Digestion is the elimination of undigested food materials from the body. After digestion, a part of the food remains undigested and it is eliminated from the body. So, nutrition is consumption of food materials from the external environment. So, it is mostly carbon based for all animals. Mostly carbon based materials are eaten. So, eating materials from the external environment is nutrition. So, we should take a balanced diet. If we take a balanced diet, we will remain healthy. So, healthy nutrition has all the nutrients, for example carbohydrates, fats, proteins, vitamins, minerals, and these are actually required for body maintenance, growth, repair of wear and tear, so for the various processes we need nutrition. So third question is, what are the outside raw materials used by an organism? Okay. What are the outside raw materials used by an organism? So it is food, which is mostly carbon based molecules the animals consume. So then it is water, and then it's oxygen. It is taken from the environment by breathing in and breathing out. So the next question is, what are the major life processes you consider it is essential for maintaining life? This we have already discussed in the previous video. The various life processes are growth, digestion, respiration, circulation and excretion. Thank you for today.